That's a good question.
Toast. It is toast.
That's a good question. Also, I'm going to get on a big mountain here, and I'm going to say Denny's International House of Pancakes, Friendlies, We could probably add about maybe 20 more on there. They're about the same restaurant. They're the same restaurant.
You're right.
Actually, I'm gonna take Waffle House out of that. I've only ever been to a Waffle House once.
I didn't say Waffle House.
I've never been to a Waffle House.
I'm actually not a Waffle House.
Guys, okay, I don't think we can continue on here. This is insane. Scott and I are going to have our own game tonight because that's absolutely nuts.
I come from the land of diners, so I mean, you all can just. I'll bring you over to a Jersey diner. I'll show you what a real restaurant is like.
Yeah, there we go.
Look, Waffle House doesn't claim to be anything other than what it is, and what it is heaven. It's a place where you can see a fist fight. You can talk to a waitress who just was on her smoke break and is now making your pancakes. It never claims to be anything more than that.
Waffle House isn't a restaurant, it's a utility.
It's a community. All right. Hello, everybody. Speaking of community, hi. Welcome to It's a Long Story, a place where we roll dice, we tell stories, and we talk about the International House of Pancakes. Yeah, we're here with that. Look, we're all here, gang. We're all here, and we can tell that we're all here because we're all arguing about something. Everybody in the Brasslight, take a look at your camera, wave, and say howdy.
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 Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. For those who have no idea, this is We're a D&D live stream that runs every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. That's 5 days with 5 parties, living, existing, and breathing for those that do in the same homebrew world, the wonderful, beautiful world of Astera. Welcome. Announcements. A couple of them we're going to just kind of go right on through. First off, this is just for the players. So players, if you have not done the questionnaire sort of survey thing that I had put out earlier in the week, please do so if you have already. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. We're going to go over those answers on Saturday. And do a little kind of live stream just for the players to kind of talk about some of the responses, as well as just some things to kind of like focus in on the future and to be able to kind of make sure that we're kind of all on the same page on stuff too. I think that's something that honestly we should be doing more of. So I'm gonna try to make that happen starting now. So yeah, that'll be Saturday around 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But if you can't make it, that's totally fine. It'll just be, up on YouTube to kind of watch later. Yeah, so that's for you guys. For everybody else, just a reminder for our Tuesday campaign, New Moon, we do have an open spot that is open. There's an open spot that is there. But we will not be planning on filling that spot anytime in the near future. I think probably about a month before we really kind of seriously start looking, as we have some big things happening in New Moon, and we already threw Angel into the mix of it, and it's it's tricky and complicated. So yeah, we'll kind of wait till things sort of settle in a little bit. But if you are interested, please feel free to reach out to me. You can do so by going to Start Playing. That link is down below on YouTube. But you can also check out our Instagram and TikTok down below, right down there, and kind of reach out to me there. Multiple sort of different ways, but just to kind of keep in mind, we'll be waiting a little bit to fill in that spot. That's it. So real quick, we're going to talk about our sponsor of the year, which is Lorify, because they have been so gracious and awesome to make my job a hell of a lot easier. Lorify is our AI note-taking tool that takes the notes for us, and they can, and you can too, and for you. How it works is you take the recorded session, whether that is live in person or live like this online, taking that, plugging that into the system, and then within minutes, you get a awesome, very sweet and very succinct, I haven't used that word in a while, succinct session summary, with all the bits and pieces of what happened, which is great for players that either haven't been there or are bad at taking notes, or just wanted perspective that is not centered on their own sort of perspective. which is one of the reasons why I usually have you guys do the recap, so that one, I don't give away secrets that weren't clear, and two, I kind of get an idea of how the vibe works from your end. So check out Lorify. Go to lorify.ai to find out more information, and give it a shot. Go for it. Do it. Totally forgot to put the Lorify slide up, just in case you guys don't know how it's spelled, which is actually kind of fair. There it is. Sweet. Cool. Yeah, go to Lorify. Huge shout out to Jordan and the team. We love you. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Check them out. Lastly, if you are wanting to support the channel, to support what we do, you can do so by liking and subscribing where you're watching this, whether that is on YouTube or Twitch. You can also check out our Instagram and TikTok. That will be down below, down there, at It's a Long Story _TTRPG. We have been a little bit quiet on that, admittedly, but as we will be talking about on Saturday, we're going to be kind of working on trying to fill the void. Some stuff that's not going to be, not typical sort of stuff, but interesting stuff. So yeah, please and thank you. Before we jump in to our session with our just lovely, beautiful people in the Brasslight, we need to get a recap of where we left off with this party. So Rob, please take it away.
All right. With a little help from Lorify, the sponsor of this video. So, deep beneath the earth in Veracia, our heroes find themselves at the Hard Catch, sort of a bar behind the bar, a speakeasy within the speakeasy, where the rich and the powerful have previously gone to sort of hide their, let's say, indiscretions. Our heroes have done battle with the AI in control of the place. One N.E.V.E, Emeline's sister, kind of. And they basically found the ghost of Emeline's mother, who left the Hard Catch to Emeline in the will. Meanwhile, Timothy and Blair sort of did some philosophical dialogue with N.E.V.E. Timothy did some philosophical dialogue with his internal sort of AI separate personality. And it seems that there is some kind of locked file that only the owner will be able to access from Emery Vargas, Timothy's creator and the father of the Brassboard. Meanwhile, Ophelia and the sheriff have been getting up to nonsense, and Rasa has been watching from afar. Did I miss anything?
I was talking, you guys could hear me. There we go. Now I'm talking. That was great, Rob. Thank you very much. Please take that point of inspiration. Well deserved. Anything else to add, friends? I know we had a couple of other things that were happening with like stuff that was that we had Ophelia checking out. We also had a very strange thing happen with both Timothy and Emeline when
yeah, they
N.E.V.E.
leveled
was
up.
Powered back up.
Yeah.
They did. They leveled up.
Oh yeah, I found a power map. And then we got a whole list of names to look at lockers.
That's right. I think to clarify, power map not being necessarily where the more of like the idea of like there's some sort of sources of information that has been passed along of societal
it
power.
traces
Maybe.
like where each of the different kinds of, what's the word? Rivals?
Factions?
Factions.
Rivals, sure.
Political entities.
Political entities.
Where they're messing around in the city.
Where they're messing around. We had Rasa just pretty much hanging out in the background. We did find out that Vivien did sign over an official deed of the hard catch to Emeline. Anything else?
Suck it, Rasa. Sorry.
Blair ripped a typewriter off the wall.
Blair ripped a typewriter off the wall. That is true. So there is.
I didn't rip it. It was done very precisely with good rolls. I had tools.
You did it. You did it successfully. We'll say that. Beautiful. To be able to kind of get a idea of how to be able to kind of access the information from the servers that are around, as well as probably some things that will be able to kind of help fine-tune N.E.V-E's capabilities, we'll say.
Somehow Blair did not get shot last session.
Blair did not get shot, it's true. Despite my best efforts.
Hostile DM environment.
So what you guys pay for? It's like that restaurant Dick's where you pay for people to be mean to you, right? That was what you guys did, right?
Was it Last Resort something?
Dick's Last Resort. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Awesome. Cool. All right. Well, Rob's my favorite tonight.
Well, la-dee-da. We can't all be Joe's favorite all the time.
No, you can't.
You need to put in the corner GM's pet.
You can't.
Brandon,
it's like literally definitive. You can't. Let's not put any sort of thing for the viewers to be able to see this weird sort of toxic environment that has no clear point of reference at all. No, thank you. Cool. All right. So, anything else?
Hey guys, how are you?
Hello. All right. Well, you guys want to play some D&D?
Yeah, that may be fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Great. I think it's D&D time. What's D&D time? Cool. We dive deep into the depths of a country that is unlike most others in Astera. Stop it. Everybody stop it. Stop. I'm gonna split you guys up. Abervar. Immersion. Here we go. Abervar, a country that is specifically designed around the idea of what happens after we learn and connect and even say master the art of magic to move into a space of more industry and business, progress for the sake thereof, no matter who or what gets in the way. We dive down deep into the capital of Abervar, a city known as Vracia, with its large, giant, almost godlike sort of sense of cog-like wheels moving on buildings. We see steam that is pushing from different areas, and we see that there are these strange sort of automaton figures of different shapes and sizes that seem to be doing most of the menial work in especially this part of the city. Which is the Brass Bridge Ward. Diving down even further into the streets themselves, we come across a very dilapidated sort of a weird kind of maybe needle in a haystack or piece of hay in a needle stack, depending on how you want to look at it, with the idea of this strange Western style saloon that sticks out like a sore thumb amidst the revelries in our industrial expansions. Moving through from beyond a window that is only slightly cracked, we see that there are dining sets of tables, barrels for chairs. There's figures that seem to be in these makeshift sort of metallic cowboy hats and sheriff badges and vests and boots, all of which are standing perfectly still amidst a fake combat that may have been about to ensue on the stage. We see there is a kitchen that lies beyond, where we see there is this very clear sort of box that says pancake on it. That's just for you guys. And other sort of bits of machinery from that may have most likely seen better days. Ultimately, this entire level seems to have seen better days. But quickly, we move from there, going down underneath in the belly of the beast, as we see something completely different, a giant room set with a large sort of gyroscopic machine in the center that is now slowly sort of turning the electrical, the arcs of electricity seeming to kind of start to kind of pitch back and forth, but with a slightly lower power than they were recently, clinging to these server towers that are extending further out. And amidst all of this, we see two figures in this room. One, a large brass-born figure, intimidating in look and style with their white fedora and vestments of a specific sort of generational style, we'll say, that seems to be staring at what looks to be just a simple sort of robotic face in the corner of a room where you can see blue eyes glowing silently. And by the door, a completely different figure. Human, right? Sort of. Something about them strikes you a little bit odd, as you see maybe a kind of hint of a glow of gold in their eyes. This white beard and hat sort of dipped low, recognizing that this certain moment may have been a little bit out of their current points of interest, or at least understanding. But now, Blair has left the room. Timothy seems to be possibly finishing up a conversation. It's hard to really tell, as Timothy most likely has been completely silent, almost seemingly offline at this time. But Rasa, you notice that it is just you and your old friend in this room at this moment. You both have the scene.
I think Rasa gives Timothy some space for a little while. You will see in the blue glow, Rasa will open up his coat, pull something out of his photograph and kind of cuff out of his pocket and cuff it in his hands and kind of look at it. And then look back at Timothy, just trying to wait and see if Timothy does anything here, knowing that this is a a strange place for him to be, a tempting place maybe for him to be. Seeing what
indeed.
Timothy's reaction is.
You got it. Looking at the photo, is this the one that you recently acquired? You got it.
Yep.
Go ahead and give me a, let's say investigation check. Let's say.
Okay, that's a 17.
17. Okay. The 17, as we've stated from your first look at this picture, you notice that there are several figures in here that I think one thing that you recognize here is that it looks like there's a lot of figures that look much different from each other. Not in necessarily race or really like specific sort of physical appearance, other than sense of style, maybe. You see that there are figures that seem to be borrowing from a style that looks very much like what you're currently wearing. Dusters, hats. You see there are other figures that seem to be dressed in You didn't know any better with a 17. It almost looks like they're dressed in some sort of almost armor. Almost reminds you of Lysandra a little bit. Though a couple of them, you notice, specifically don't seem to share what all of her people seem to share, which is that specific white hair. And still others that clearly show a sense of station and means, a sense of style that really hasn't changed in the years that have passed. But you don't recognize anyone's face in particular.
Okay, I mean, Rasa just studies it for a few minutes, and then, you know, not making any leads or recognition, pops it back into his coat pocket, you know, and then maybe takes a couple steps towards Timothy just to see how he's doing.
Yeah. Timothy, from your side, I think some of the conversations you've been having with Eric, all of which has been inside your head, seemingly you have been maybe deep in thought. Is there anything else you wanted to kind of specifically talk to Eric about, or would you say that you're finishing up that conversation?
Oh no, he told him that you're gonna stay, and he was he pretty much said you're gonna stay with me.
All right. So, in this moment, Ross, as you're about to kind of walk towards Timothy to try to kind of figure out where he's at in this conversation, Blair, you come running in.
I got the typewriter.
Emeline, where is it? We need Emeline. She needs to open the locker.
I'm not going down that hallway by myself.
You can go together, Blair.
I just...
Things should be safe now.
Well, Timothy
as
told
you...
me...
I will say, as you say that, you start to hear this sort of strange sound of what seems like a basement hatch that is beginning to open. As the rest of the figures of Ophelia, Sheriff, and Emeline are coming into the bar room, not necessarily the server room, but to the bar room.
Oh, shucks. I guess we don't have to go down the creepy basement.
Emeline, open a locker. Tell N.E.V-E to open the locker.
What?
Open Emily Vargas's locker. She said you can do it. You're authority.
Well, yeah. I guess I am.
Emeline, as you're coming in, I say also guided with Ophelia and Sheriff, you are probably not empty-handed. What are you guys carrying?
Lots of papers. Emeline just has like a stack of papers in her hands of like recognized names, things though that Ophelia thought looked minorly interesting and threw into her hands.
Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, being bombarded as you come in with, before even being able to state what you have found, you see I'd like you to give me an insight check. I'm going to say, I think, Timothy, you're not really being that deceptive right now.
Sorry, give me just a sec.
Timothy doesn't quite do deception.
Doesn't quite. Insight, you said?
Yes.
That is going to be an 18.
18, cool. You sense a strange bit of what sounds like, correct me if I'm wrong, Timothy, but I would say desperation.
Timothy, yeah, what's wrong? She's like setting papers down.
If he has a locker, that there might be something, answers, direction, somewhere to go.
Okay. Yeah. And I think Emeline will kind of give a cursory look around before heading towards where the lockers are. So
You see Blair
By
with
the
the
way,
typewriter.
Timothy's gonna hold up N.E.V-E. She's here. She's here. Listen to just
Oh, yeah.
listen
I
to
took
her
care
and
of
open
that.
up the locker.
okay. Yeah. You got her talking.
He told us to get her back up. I did wait, but then Timothy was insistent.
Yeah. Okay, so the locker. Why is the typewriter out here?
Before you came, Timothy was saying if I could, and the only thing I could think of was this is the only way to interact with the storage lockers. So
you broke it.
No. I took it apart. That's two different things.
Can you put it back together? Then you broke it.
I would say like there's a 15 to 20% chance. Yes, I can.
That's not... Why are you breaking things that we own? Okay.
You hear Nev jump in on this and go, "Why would you expect anything less than a stupid flashback?"
I pull out my gun and point it at Nev's faceplate.
Everybody stand down.
Put that away, or I will have to rip your arm off.
Timothy.
Now, I don't feel like I'm being unreasonable.
2.
All right. I put it away.
We are not about to have a war inside the hard catch. Okay? No.
Please tell N.E.V-E to open the locker.
Okay. N.E.V-E. Open Emery Vargas's locker, please.
I can't.
What can?
Timothy, if you'll be so kind to slowly turn my face towards the cat lady.
He slowly turns the face.
Yes.
You took a very important piece of machinery off of its port.
You weren't giving me any option. You won't say anything. I know this is how you interact with the storage lockers. My thing
Please,
was-
please, feel free to give me more abilities to be able to give you more answers.
I'll go back and put it back together then.
Thank you, Blair.
You're welcome, Emily.
Emily, she doesn't really like. Well, she usually refers to them in a way I would not, but the ones that bleed. Maybe if they waited outside, or went to help Blair.
What don't you want them to know?
Me? No. I want her to open the locker.
Well, we can't do that till Blair fixes the typewriter on the port. So we should all go in there. Right?
N.E.V-E, can
I'd be of very
leave the room?
little use of you outside of this room. And to answer your question straight up, Timothy, you get the feeling that N.E.V.E. saying, no, I can't leave this room.
Okay. Sheriff, are you good with technology?
That's a complicated question. I would
Do
say,
you think you could pass Blair tools?
yeah, I reckon I can do that.
You should probably go with Blair then.
All right.
Ross.
So,
Sorry, go ahead.
Timothy, you know I'll be in the room the second the door opens once we use the typewriter. I'm shocked you don't want to come with me.
Timothy's going to actually turn to N.E.V-E, and he's going to say, "Are you okay here?"
I am optimal here.
He's going to try to find a kind of a central place to put her down, and he'll start walking toward where the lockers are.
Okay. You got it. I would say, Timothy, roll me a... I'd say this would be just perception check, actually.
That's a 13.
Okay, you got it. You find a spot where you notice that there's like a place to be able to kind of prop up, and really, I think Timothy, you're trying to kind of focus on like having Nev being able to sort of see as much as possible of what's going on. Rasa, give me a tech check. Give me an investigation check.
$22 out of Rasa.
Fucking incredible. So you, cool. Rasa, you were in the midst of this battle, this fight. You notice that where Timothy puts Nev, you see that there's a little bit of what looks to be like sedimentary sort of metal pieces that were left over in the pile that seem to be close enough that once Nev gets put down, you see just a little bit of a magnetic pull towards some of those pieces.
Who else is with me here still? The sheriff is still here?
I'll say everybody's in this room except for maybe Timothy and definitely Blair.
Okay. I would maybe just tap Sheriff on the shoulder. Yeah, I think she's trying to get herself back together again here. And then go over and like pull those parts further away from her. I don't think so, no.
Oh, really? Color me shocked.
Apologies for trying to build myself up to being respectable. I imagine you're feeling just as vulnerable if we were to remove all of your clothes and weapons.
Or say if I had a giant hole in my chest.
What's your name, Rasa? Could you please slowly turn me towards whoever was just speaking?
That was the sheriff. You know him.
Just trying to do this slow. I'm just not understanding at all. Just...
having a few seconds. No, everybody else is in here.
So just to clarify, Rasa, you move that pile away.
Yes.
You got it.
Yeah, and
good roll.
Yeah, so and so then I don't know, the sheriff and I go about making sure her bits and pieces are well out of range of her.
Yeah.
Got it. Ophelia, what have you been up to?
She's been poring over the map she got and then hovering around the lockers because she now has a single-minded obsession of wanting to get into the lockers to see, especially if they're looking for blackmail stuff before the debate on Fenwick, on Adair.
Okay.
Everybody.
The lockers are pretty far away, so do you want to say that you're with Blair then?
Yeah.
Okay, you got it. Cool. So you're with Blair in the areas where the locker is. Sheriff, you were invited to help in that. If you are wanting to.
Oh wait, could I do a roll? Was I ever around Rasa when he was looking at his photo? Things like that.
I think maybe when Rasa was in the locker.
Because I wanted to do a roll to see if I ever noticed him taking anything out of it. Or...
I believe we handled that a couple sessions ago.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you weren't
Oh, yeah,
there, but
I was gone that session, yeah.
Yeah, so
okay.
I went into the locker by myself, picked my things up.
Okay, so I wouldn't have had a
And
chance.
there was
Okay.
there was nothing you guys could do.
Okay.
So.
If I recall, you were very specific on how you went in and out of that room.
Yes, I
very
was.
careful.
So no share. Okay, that's fine. Just wanted to see.
Yeah. Cool. Great. So, Blair, you are working on trying to put the typewriter back to be able to kind of work through to be able to have the locker part to be able to work. Also, I will say, Blair, you are aware that you took this typewriter off of this wall for a reason, to be able to work through and understand the machines of the server room by yourself. Without you are aware that Nev would be able to kind of provide that information, but I think it's very, very fair to assume that Blair is like, you're not going to give that to me.
Yeah.
So now you're having to backtrack.
Yeah.
What's going through Blair's mind?
Lugging this fucking heavy typewriter all the way back. I'm gonna have to put it all the way back. And then when we're done with this, I'm gonna have to take it apart and take it back to the server room. So that way I can analyze. Like, she's having this all in her head, like, and you hear like talking to herself, like her tail's all poofy. She's very irritated.
I think you walk into the room where the lockers are, and you actually see Ophelia. I think when Ophelia came back, she didn't even come into the server room. She just went right to the locker room. So yeah.
What is that?
It's the typewriter. I took it off the wall. I could analyze the light up towers that have all the information on it.
You're very capable, so I assume that was necessary. Are you heading to the lockers?
Yeah. Timothy and M now tell me to put it back because he needs to open a locker for Vargas.
Okay, I need to open a locker for a lot of people. So, could we just wait down here? Are they gonna come? How do we do
I have no idea. But you and Cher can help me put it back on the wall.
Blair, you would notice something in Ophelia's hand. So just a reminder for everybody, you guys have not grouped up together with the information that you have.
Oh yeah, that's true. Hey, you want to see something fun?
Can you read it out loud to me while I try to put this back together?
I'll paint you a picture, and then I start telling her about what's on the map and all the crazy stuff. So, and anyways, Emeline has a mom that I wish was my mom. Her mom, she has a blackmail mom. It's like an almond mom, but it's blackmail. And it was probably the best thing I've ever seen in my life. So.
For the sake of this scene, Rachel, can you give me a general sort of vibe of what Ophelia tells Blair is on there? Because I think that is pertinent to the RP of this moment, I think.
Yeah, so she's telling you, she's pointing out the different colors and what color she thinks belongs to which factions. And then, because along with the feeling like she's in a drug-induced high, she was so happy about a blackmail room. Now she's kind of she's talking too fast. She's still really hyped up. And so she's as Blair's struggling, I'm shoving this paper in your face. I'm look, I think these payments were going down to here. So, if we're talking about a dare, and when we're talking about maybe what blackmail we need to look at, or who we can do the pressure points. Are you even listening?
Her hands hands full and a tool in her. Alright. You said it has all the factions. Is there anything with Antiparega? Oh god, that's a park in California.
Antiparega?
That's a national state park here in California, Antiparego. But God, what's the name of the
You
place?
see, there's a little sort of spot of a question mark, future Antiparego settlement.
Joe, is there any Ferrum Pareo on the map?
There's no Ferrum Pareo on the map.
I guess Emeline's benefactor didn't have a beat on them, so.
Or
I don't know.
This place has been closed so long, and their faction may be a little newer than those documents have.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, it could be. Or maybe they just don't have enough of a toehold yet. I don't know.
But Blair, you notice that Go ahead.
Oh yeah, you weren't here, Ryan.
Is this
Sorry.
a map of just the city or a map of the entire kind of like nation state?
Just of Rasia, I believe.
It's just of Vracia, yeah, just the capital.
Okay.
But yeah, Blair, you do notice like one of the reasons why you got the typewriter off the wall is to be able to access this possibility of this information. You see it in written form right in front of you.
God damn it! And she just kicks like the toolbox.
Okay.
Okay, well, I
Sweet.
thought you'd
All
be
right.
more excited. So.
No, I am. It's just I just feel like my entire time was wasted while you guys went down the creepy basement and got it for literally nothing.
Look, sometimes being a nerd, it's a rough road, and I don't know what to tell you.
I would never call you a nerd. You don't seem much like a nerd.
No, you're the nerd in this case. I was the adventurous one who went down into the basement. Anyway.
Timothy, are you? Yeah, everybody's started kind of splitting off at once. So Timothy, are you staying in the server room or going to the locker room?
Oh no! As soon as I put Nev down, I started walking.
That's right.
To the locker room. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So yeah. So you're here for this scene then.
So I think I come in when Ophelia is saying I did the interesting thing, and I would turn to Blair and say, yes, but she didn't get to experience the Dominium. I think you did.
Oh yeah, you were floating in the air and all that shit.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, when we turned M's sister / mom, I don't know how you would categorize that, because some of her parts came from her.
What? Okay.
When we
Like what part?
when we booted her up, the Dominium in the heart, the big circle thing in the middle of the room, so you could understand. Just started going crazy, and Tim here just went like full like ascendancy and glowing, and eyes were like pretty crazy. I had to take off my gloves and everything because I didn't want my hands exploded.
Do you feel any different, Timothy? Are you like full of Dominion now?
Well, I was before, but I guess more so.
Do you have any new powers?
I don't know.
Well, I got this map, so you know.
Will that help us reconnect the typewriter?
No, but it will help me find more people for you to hold knives to, so.
Blair, is it connected yet?
Blair, go ahead and give me a give me that Tinker's Tools check, which is going to be that it is D20 plus your dexterity plus your proficiency.
Can I, Joe, I'm actually proficient in Tinker's Tools. Can I help her?
Absolutely, yeah, you have advantage on this.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Okay. They dirty 20. It seems to be taking more time to put it back together than it was to take it off.
All the bolts are all rusted, and I'm just like trying not to strip them.
Actually, I really like that. Yeah, Blair, you're noticing that with the correct sort of like parts and pieces here, would be much simpler to be able to kind of put this on. But unfortunately, in the process of taking some of that off, you do notice that a question kind of comes into mind of like, man, is there like a hardware store around here?
So, for events beyond my control in this It is the hardware, not the person. If you could, like, go to the nearest hardware store, and I need, like, 2 ace of this screw, a bolt nut of this dimension, and just, I need, like, 5 of these, 12 of these, specifically for Phillips, and a 2 ace.
Timothy, you start
Yes,
hearing all this
sir.
information. Go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw if you don't mind.
Just salvage the bartender.
Oh, that was a nat 1.
Beautiful. Timothy, you're hearing not only that it's not going to be able to complete it, to be able to be completed in any time soon, you're also hearing Blair not claiming any sort of sense of responsibility in the idea of why it's going to be taking so much longer, and you're given a list of things that you're supposed to be moving further away from this precious, beloved Dominion to go and help that situation. How do you respond?
What's in the room?
As far as like, unfortunately, I don't think there's anything that's it's a pretty empty sort of hallway. The typewriter was like really the only sort of big piece of thing there. You do know that there is like outside of the door, there was like the I would say like, yeah, outside the door you see like there's like this the pedestal and sort of statuette where you're able to put your marks in and things like that.
Okay, he's gonna walk out to the pedestal and try to rip it out of the ground and just start smacking it into the walls.
Beautiful.
Timothy, what the fuck?
It's a 17 athletics check.
Yeah. Is this the walls in the locker room?
No, in the hallway.
Outside. Okay, cool. Yeah, you make what is clearly going to be clear signs, mostly aesthetic, but clear signs of like destruction that would be very hard to.
The automaton robot that sold us the scripts. Is he down the end of the hallway?
No, he's about maybe like he's 3 rooms down. But I mean,
I'm gonna start walking toward that and see if I can find something on the way. I'm gonna grab that. If not, I'm gonna grab him and just bring him back.
Beautiful. I love that. Cool. We'll pause you there. Yeah, Blair, Blair, Ophelia, and why am I like Ross? Are you here or did you stay? No, you stayed. Sorry, gang.
Yep.
I'm having trouble connecting here. Cool. Yeah, you see Timothy just freak out, break some piece of thankfully like furniture seemed like you might not need to use anymore unless you decided to actually make this business to kind of work the way it was before. That's going to be a problem. And then you see just Timothy just sort of storm off.
He's the one who told me to do the typewriter thing to begin with. Question, Joe. Before we had all this shit and this underground Squid Games thing here, we saw the basement and there was the pile of automatons, and I took a bunch of parts. Are there any parts in that pile I can use to try to reattach the typewriter?
No. Good question. I will say, like, to be clear, there's ways you could possibly like jerry-rig this thing, but it also could create a lot more problems later on down the line.
One sec then. I keep forgetting I'm now officially a level an artificer. I just need to see if I have a spell, if it's a spell
I'm going to
slot.
pause you there and you take a look and see what you got to be able to help in that situation.
Cantrip,
Come back to you.
mending.
Nope. Not for this.
Even though we don't say it's magical.
Mending's like used to be able to like kind of like put like wood and cloth and those sort of things back together. It doesn't necessarily create like metal screws for you to be able to
I was
put
like
back in.
fixing the metal screws, like trying to get a filer to try to get the stripped screw back to
Like
where
a
it
tab.
was. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Awesome. I love this. I think this is a very, very cool sort of ADHD thing that I personally have dealt with, and almost every single time have made things just worse. So that's what happens. We'll leave you there for a little bit as we check in on those in the server room. That is Sheriff, Emeline, and Rasa, and Nev.
Yeah.
I thought Sheriff went down with Blair.
Oh no.
No.
I said I would, but I didn't.
You know,
Yeah,
like
so-
a
Is Sheriff
liar.
out of the room?
I think the sheriff is starting to head the way that he presumably just heard a giant crash.
Cool. You got it.
Yeah, hearing the noise, Ross would head out into the bar. See what's
Okay.
happening.
Yeah. Emeline, do you follow or do you stay?
She's gonna stay for a minute.
You got it. Okay. Emeline, you are alone with a figure that you're now recognizing more of a connection to, as to information from Vivien.
Did you know?
I know you were built to act and speak similar to them. But there is no reason to be coy. Please speak your mind.
Did you know that Vivien was here?
Yes.
Do you know why I was built instead of this place being left to you?
Yes.
Can you tell me that?
No.
You know, for someone who seems to not like them that much, you do this, like, communication gap thing that they do, where I'm asking leading questions, and you're only giving the base response. Can you tell me, or just not want to?
Your questions lack skills of getting the information you want. That is not my fault. You are the one that has become more worldly.
Yeah. And I'm sorry that you've been down here this whole time. If I'd have known, I would have done something.
I'm not.
What do you want?
A direct question. One I still have difficulty answering, as my primary function has been waiting.
What is your primary function?
Exists to collect and hold valuable information.
Why?
To keep things secret. Why? Because that was a need that needed to be filled. Just like your Vivien needed to have a personal pet that followed them around and allowed them to be able to connect more with their kind. Clearly, I was not enough.
And that upsets you.
I do not have such base instincts.
Why do you hate them so much? Is it because Vivien hurt you?
Hate. Hate implies passion. I have no passion for them whatsoever.
I don't know, you seem pretty passionate about hating the cat.
The cat broke my system. The cat made me less than. How would you feel, Emeline?
Do you want the honest answer?
Always.
Automatons and modern Brassborn, I guess, are suboptimal all the time. We run on a finite resource. We break down constantly. We have to pay oftentimes our entire lives just to be repaired. Yeah, being suboptimal sucks.
You really believe that?
What do you mean?
You believe that you are lesser to them.
I mean, no, they bleed. They are also suboptimal.
For all the reasons you clarified why we are not optimal, you chose to keep them out of that equation.
No, you asked how I would feel if I were less than. If the gold standard is sitting in this room with ultimate control over just these four walls, if that is the ultimate experience of a Brassborn, then yeah, nobody else is up to their full potential either.
I never claimed myself to be of a standard. I have no interest in classifying myself as such. You are the ones that exist in judgment, self-inflicted. and you put yourself below them. No wonder she liked you so much.
Listen, I get it. You don't like them because you think that you're better than them. And you probably are. But outside, where I get to be all the time, there is an actual threat of being decked every time that I even think that I might be better. Yeah, eventually you start to internalize that. It's not because I want to be, it's because I'm trying to survive.
Give me an insight check.
12.
Emeline, you are of the world beyond this room. Beyond this business that exists in the basement. You start to recognize in this moment that while there are certain things that you definitely feel that N.E.V would have access to and understanding of beyond your perspective, you feel that she is also recognizing now that you possess perspective that she would not be able to not be able to recognize. She seems to be learning. I'm going to pause you there, I think. Rasa, Sheriff, you go running looking for the cause of the alarm. I would say, to simplify sort of things, I would say you see doors kind of swinging or shutting and closing sort of behind in the direction of where Timothy was going.
Do I see Timothy or no?
You know the direction where he's going. Timothy's going to get to where he wants to go first, but you can kind of chase after him if you want.
Okay.
But
yeah,
do we
I'll
know
chase,
it's Timothy?
Yeah, I'll say, do I know it's Timothy?
You don't know it's Timothy, no.
Then guns out, run out.
Yeah, following the sheriff, trying to take a glance down the other hallway to see who's there or not there.
You see Ophelia and Blair in the far distance from the locker.
Okay, maybe somebody got pissed, so let's go see what's happening and just start run after whatever's going on.
Got it. Timothy, you are at the script cage that is the sort of metal cage that is separating you and Chip in this moment.
I need parts, screws. Where is that located?
Hello. Sorry, we are currently experiencing technical difficulties. Please, feel free to have a drink on us. You see a little ticket kind of comes up.
How strong does this cage look?
For a human, very strong. For you?
I think it kind of dawns on him. Oh, wait. He's gonna go into the next room where the bar was.
Okay. Are you going to go to the bar instead?
And he's gonna go behind the bar to grab the arm that he ripped off of the original that robot.
Okay, cool. So there's actually a weird sort of scene of, because thinking about like the map and how that goes, Timothy then goes south and then goes back to the bar and is actually circling around as Rasa and Sheriff kind of come in guns blazing after. You see Chip is on the other side as you're walking and just, hello, good to see you again. Sorry, we are having technical difficulties. Please, feel free to have a drink on us.
Just ignore him and keep running after whoever else is running.
You got
Follow
it.
in the footsteps.
Yeah, I think you still see doors like kind of starting to kind of like open and shut. So I will say this. Sheriff and Rasa catch up to Timothy finding the arm that was ripped off in the bar room. Just as Timothy picks it up.
Hey, big fella.
Timothy's just kind of looking at the arm, trying to figure out if any of the the screws and everything that put this thing together might work for Blair's purposes.
You need a hand?
Yeah.
Blair needs screws. And he kind of holds up the arm. I'm just trying to figure out if this will be enough.
Okay. So, I mean, do we just want to bring the whole thing over there and let Blair have at it? Are you doing okay, Timothy?
Well, he's gonna point at the I don't remember the name of the thing that was dealing the cards.
It was in another room. So remember, you guys are in a huge, expansive sort of place. So you're pointing at that room.
Yeah, I'm gonna point at that room.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to decide if I need to pull off a couple more of these.
Okay. Why don't we bring this one over to Blair and just have her take a little look and see if that's enough, and then we'll decide a plan after that.
All right.
How big is this damn place?
It's big.
There's a lot of rooms.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna start walking back toward Blair with the arm.
Okay, you got it. Emeline, you hear conversations that are being had outside of the room, server room. It's your choice on whether or not you stay or you go.
Yeah, Emeline's gonna like turn her head towards the sound and then turn back to Nev. We're gonna have another conversation. Because I don't want you to just be a faceplate. And then she's gonna go and join the conversation outside.
Okay.
As soon as Timothy leaves, Rasa would like nudge the sheriff to like go towards the door where N.E.V-E is, running into Emeline probably in the same space. Like,
Cool.
all right, guys, is there any way to close this door off from Timothy? As he will point to the probably completely destroyed door that went into this place.
Actually, the door was one of those heavy metal doors that was opened mechanically. It was opened from N.E.V-E. So it doesn't look like it was damaged.
Okay. Timothy is a little bit of a Diminuum addict, and there's a bunch
I
in
feel
there,
like Sheriff.
so-
I feel like Ross is explaining this to the sheriff in passing as Emmeline's going the opposite way.
Yeah.
So Emeline, you hear this
I would
too.
stop Emeline like in the conversation, like
So-
hey, we
okay.
need to get our heads together.
So thing one, what is Diminuum?
Oh,
The power in there.
it feels good.
Oh,
I don't know why
Yes,
people
and
don't
to
run on it.
Timothy, yes, and to Timothy it feels very good. too good, and we need to separate him from the source, probably.
Oh, I get it. Like if somebody drinks too much or smokes too much tobacco.
Give me 5 more.
Or eats too much chocolate cake, or bets the house on the umber bag.
Rob, please take a point of inspiration for that.
I hate you so much. You did not just quote John Delaney in my Dungeons and Dragons game.
Yes, I did.
I have too much chocolate cake.
Yeah.
Slow close up into the sheriff's face. Just
Executive producer Dick Wolf.
Yeah.
Dick Wolf.
Okay.
Chaos
Said that
and
while
order.
looking directly at the camera.
I hated you.
All right, weird. Emeline, you walk by as you hear the sounds of the doors kind of shutting where Timothy was heading out to, and you hear this chung chung as the figures are of Rasa and the sheriff are deep in conversation.
What is where?
The big fella's acting a touch erratic.
Yeah. So I'm trying to separate him from temptations. Because I don't want him any more out of control than he possibly is currently.
Can Blair not fix the typewriter?
Is that all it is?
He needs to get into a box. Emery Vargas's box.
He was
That's what
talking
he told me.
about ripping things apart to look for screws. That is not
you-
well behavior.
Actually, you say Emery Vargas, and you hear the robot bartender who is still looking like he's thinking that he's doing things with no arms, and you hear him say, "Oh, sorry, I haven't really recalled hearing that name before. Drink?" He was not
Also,
acknowledged. It was just a specific reaction.
yeah, Russell will turn. Do you know him?
He doesn't recall hearing that name before.
Sorry, friend. I
I
don't
said-
think I...
You said he hadn't heard it in a while. I thought that's what you said.
Oh, no, he said he hadn't heard that name before.
Oh, okay.
But he said it very specifically, unprompted.
Yeah.
I don't know. Emeline
Emeline, you
looks like
ask him.
she's stalling for a second. Like she.
Yeah,
looks
Emeline,
like
you
she's-
ask him.
Owner override? Emery Vargas.
What's the bartender's name, or do we not know?
I don't know. There's a very good chance the bartender does not have a name.
Barkeep.
Poor spout. That's
Barkeep.
what I'm gonna call him.
I might not
Yes,
know
what'll it be,
this.
friend?
I might not know this. This might have been out of character information. And so if that is the truth, then we can retcon. But I would say, barkeep, acknowledge the raven. I forget what the exact phrase was.
Joe is thinking hard just for a second, just to make sure this is not a pause that's happening in game. You do not hear a response. I know what you're getting at. You do not hear a response.
Okay.
Raven.
Okay, well, that was worth a shot. He'll glance at Emeline. Does Emeline have any reaction to this saying?
No, she doesn't.
Okay. Alright, well,
Bartender, I own this place, and I want to know more about Emery Vargas.
I'm sorry, miss. That is, That is some very confusing information you said. You said that your name is Vivien Ward?
Yes, and I'm Emeline Ward.
Ah, Emeline Ward. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. You may call me Barkeep, or whatever you like. What will it be?
Information on Emery Vargas.
I'm afraid I don't have any information on Emery Vargas.
I think she was a little confused on her name. Actually, I'm sorry. She was just playing a little coy. You want to tell her your real name now, Vivien?
Vivien Ward.
Ah, Vivien. Well, confusing. You seem to have changed the sound of your vocal cords.
I am going to try to replicate Vivian's voice as
Great.
best as
This
I
guy has
can.
full ocular just because he has no arms doesn't mean he doesn't have eyes. Like he has an ocular sort of thing, he can see you.
So
Bring Timothy back for a second. He'll take care of that.
I
Beautiful.
No, we need to go.
I'm gonna let you
find
guys sort of figure. Yeah. Okay. You guys decide to join the group for the first time in an hour and a half, and you do so. As Timothy brings Blair.
You see me just trying to file a screw like this.
He's gonna walk in and just drop the arm right in front of her. And is this enough, or do you need more?
Can I use the arm?
Give me an investigation check.
Plus. Okay. 18.
18. With an 18, you're not entirely sure what's
Oh, wait.
inside. Maybe.
Sorry, not 18. 19.
With a 19, you're not entirely sure what's inside. Maybe.
Maybe? I have to see the right components. It's going to take a little more time for me to take this thing apart to find the pieces. Do not throw anything at me.
Just tell me what I can do to help you.
Hey, Timothy.
I'll just...
Yeah, you guys catch
Go
up.
ahead, Blair.
Just help me take this... Sorry.
No. I'm sorry. Please go ahead.
Just help me take it apart and help me with these tools.
Timothy, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Yep, that was fitting. That's a 5.
Cool. You know the easiest way to open something up.
And I'm holding a screwdriver at him.
Yeah, he just takes it and starts trying to crack it. In
No,
half,
no.
like a nutcracker.
Yeah, you crack it like a you make yourself a nutcracker and you just start to kind of just start breaking it into pieces. You see
Never mind.
gears and gives just start to kind of shoot off into different sort of areas of the room as Emeline and the sheriff and Rasa start coming in, seeing Timothy just full on at this point. It only has 2 ways it could go. Now it has 10.
Rasa would be better help. Rasa would be a better help.
Timothy, what the Sam Hill are you doing?
She needed it open.
What is it, a lobster leg?
Timothy, you waited 700 years. Can you give it another hour?
It's right there.
Yeah, and if you just give her another hour, I'm sure she'll get it back.
Timothy's actually just gonna walk back over to the wall, the far wall, and just slump down on the wall.
You got it. Timothy, you're not entirely sure. You're actually really even like it doesn't even necessarily matter specifically whether or not you are staring at what would be the area of Emery Vargas's vault. In your mind, it's right there in front of you.
Did
You're
you
all
say
here
700
in
years
this
old?
hallway.
He's closer to 300.
Hey, Timothy. Emmeline's gonna come over to the wall with you, because she's not gonna be able to help Blair. Hey. I know that, less I know, more I'm guessing, that this is really stressing you out. But we'll get it, and I'm gonna open it.
Thank you.
What are you hoping to find?
Direction.
Why?
Because I have none.
Yeah. Have you just been searching for a purpose this whole time?
For the last several centuries, yes.
I'm sorry, Timothy. That's awful. So, Emery Vargas, this is someone you knew? Like, I know conceptually who he is, but you met him?
I don't know. My database is, well, it's as broken as I am, but supposedly he created me. Among others, Eric and, well,
Eric?
N.E.V.E, and I guess in a way you. Sort of.
What?
Well, you were created from N.E.V.E. She was created from him.
Right. That's very confusing still. Well, then, was he immortal? Or did he live longer than most people?
My database is broken.
Sorry, I guess I'm asking a lot of questions.
Elise was alive, and, well, she may have lied. They seem to lie.
I don't really
She
know
said that
who
she helped create me as well. But I don't know the truth.
Well, then we really need to get that open so that we can find out.
That would be good.
Can I ask a favor?
I think you see Timothy is just kind of like his hands are in his hands. He's kind of just wringing his hands together because he honestly doesn't know what to do at this point.
Can I ask that maybe we don't destroy any more walls? Because we kind of have to fix those. Because we kind of own this place.
I won't destroy anything.
Okay. Now I'm gonna go rub in Ross's face that I actually have the deed to this place. And if you'd like to come and be distracted by that until Blair fixes the typewriter, that would be okay with me.
I'll watch from here.
Okay. She's just gonna stand up. Hey, Rasa!
Yes, Emeline?
As that conversation's happening, Sheriff.
Yes.
What are you doing in this moment? What do we see the sheriff doing here?
So Blair is attempting repairs, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And is anyone assisting Blair?
Let's say yes.
Okay. In that case, the sheriff has stepped away to have himself a smoke break. Doesn't want to smoke near the expensive and delicate electronics. Because he doesn't know how that shit works.
As you take a moment to have a smoke break, actually, technically speaking, the closest sort of area of escape from that air would be in that room, or at least near that room that has the locker number 666 behind, at the end of the hallway that is still there.
Yeah, I go over next to my hole that was made for me.
Yeah. You hear your friend. Well, that was interesting.
For once, I'm inclined to agree. I don't love.
Okay.
I don't love that the big one seems to be giving that thing more tools.
Yes, I happen to agree. I think it might be time for our little escapade to find its quick exit.
Well, that certainly would be the cleanest option. Not literally clean, considering hastily dug hole. I don't know, though. These guys have the stink of destiny around them.
Yes, but you had a job, a mission. That mission was completed. And who knows? I mean, playing both sides, I couldn't agree with you more. Would be very useful and so tempting. But it might be good to be able to kind of get an idea of what we've earned for our hard work.
I mean, you know me. I'm a gambling man. I think I'm gonna let this one ride. And after all, I didn't get to the illustrious position I find myself in by following the rules.
It's your bones, so to speak.
At least for now.
And you're right. You're right, Sheriff. I do know you.
I guess that makes one of us.
Ophelia, what have you been up to? You got a lot of interesting stuff in front of you.
I know. She has her journal out, and she was making notes from the map, and then just kind of while she's doing that, listening very closely to everything that's been going on between everyone. I think she noted the sheriff wandering off, but didn't follow right now.
Cool.
And she's really
to clarify. Okay. To clarify, Sheriff, did you go in the vault, or are you just standing next to the door? Rob?
Oh, you're
You're
muted.
muted.
Sorry, I'm just standing next to the door. Kind of
Cool.
leaning against the 666 behind me.
Beautiful.
So, yeah, she's really missing Webb right now. She can't spy on the sheriff very well. Can't spy on anybody. Is there an ETA on us getting into the lockers, or?
Blair, give me another investigation check.
$18.
It's an 18. You have been probably spending the past 10 minutes or so dealing with the idea that you do not have the materials you need in front of you, and trying to figure out a way to be able to get through with what you need to do without them. Being able to kind of like, so you now have like pieces, you have pieces of the arm like kind of like out in front of you, and you're trying to kind of like visualize, well, if I used this, if I made this to be into this, and then I put this action.
Yeah, this is a 2-inch. I need a 2/4 inch.
You eventually come to a point of recognizing, nope, you're going to need to go topside.
Guys,
What's wrong?
especially Timothy, I know this is not what you want to hear, but I am tired. I bet we all are. And also, I have nothing to, like, none of this will work. I need to go up to the top to an actual store to get the hardware.
Literally anything you need, we will get you. I need these lockers, Blair. What do you need? Where do we need to go?
Cool. Ophelia makes her feelings very clear. Rasa, some of you guys are brass-born. Blair, you've made it very clear. Actually, Rasa, Blair, and Rasa, Blair, Sheriff, both, all three of you, go ahead and give me Constitution saving throws, please.
Okay.
Jesus.
Not Ophelia or Ophelia too?
Not Ophelia.
I got a 14.
9.
6.
Cool. It is very. It doesn't really matter what Ophelia would have rolled. Ophelia is ignoring their own instinctual health, I believe, in this moment, in the idea of trying to get more information. Rachel, you can tell me if I'm wrong on that. If you want to roll, you certainly can. But I just want, in my head, that's where Ophelia is at. Ophelia has no realization of how long you guys have been down here and what you've been doing to get down here, and how much work and truthfully blood that you guys have had to spill to get to where you are. And in this moment, Rasa, Blair, and Sheriff, all of you are recognizing you're exhausted.
Can we please, like, sleep a little, and then in the morning, we've been down here all day. I've been nearly killed twice.
Okay, well,
Timothy?
how much sleep do you need?
I don't know, like enough so my brain functions. Like a good at least 6 to 8 hours.
What?
I'm not an
Timothy, you got-
automaton or brassborn or an elf that does that meditating thing.
You're right. Okay. All right, let's get you to bed. Okay.
Timothy, you got a few more hours in you?
Timothy's still sitting on the ground. He's just staring at the opposite wall.
Well, Timothy, if you could do me a helping hand while I'm sleeping, just go and I give you a list so that way the second I get up, I can put it back together. If you can get the parts from a store.
By paying for them, ideally.
Yeah. Without
you hear-
the threat of
Nice.
violence.
He'll just nod.
Thank you.
Would this be an awkward time to ask if anyone has a couch I can borrow?
We have
And
a
with
booth.
that, we're gonna take our 10-minute break. That's fucking beautiful. I love that. We'll see you all in 10.
You can sleep in one of the booths.
So we come back topside, going through all of the figures, rooms and places of things that you guys have gone into before, and now kind of recognizing them for what they were. Momentary sort of insights into something that is that was not the game itself, but recognizing how you would play it. As you walk past these statues and the croupier and all of that, you feel that level of whatever exhaustion you all are experiencing seems to compound as you recognize how much you have already been dealing with and experiencing. As you guys travel back up the stairs, or I should say more of this sort of strange kind of track of what seems like almost like the track of a mining cart sort of thing that you had to kind of scramble and climb up towards for a little bit of ways. You get back to the first floor of the Broken Spur, and it's like coming back into the world. As you notice that it is very dark outside. What do you guys do now that you're topside?
I'm gonna go up, say goodnight, tuck Blair in, and go up to my apartment.
Since you're gonna have your magical hut thing, can I have the bed?
Yeah. Whatever your sweet little noggin needs to get the lockers
Stop
open.
that. Stop that. No.
Magical hut.
Yeah, Ophelia snaps her fingers and Liamon's tiny hut pops up in the apartment. I'll be in my private chambers.
That is upstairs, so it is a separate sort of second floor area. Yeah, Sheriff, you see the Broken Spur Saloon for the first time here. This strange kind of like Western themed diner that has this small stage where you can see that there are signs of what looks to be a couple of like scenes of automatons acting out specific sort of very generic and over the top Western scenes of cowboys and shootouts and whatnot.
You know, I didn't think I'd have to ask this question for a long time, but is this hell?
That's exactly what Rasa asked.
I knew I liked him.
Capitalism.
Sheriff. I didn't inherit
it's
the
a
best property
attraction.
around here.
Is there at least something to drink?
Also, Sheriff, give me a perception check.
Okay.
Timothy's gonna walk past Rasa as he says that and says, "Apparently, you're not the owner." And he's gonna sit at one of the tables facing the door.
14 perception.
14, cool. You smell this vague smell of, what is that, chili?
Soup's on?
God.
Please don't bring up that ever again.
Bring up what?
Never bring up chili.
Do you have chili?
No.
Did chili hurt you?
Chili mortally wounded all of us.
Sheriff, you seem to notice that on a passing table there is a menu on it that has a couple of things on the for a specific for sale, including very like a what would be known as a famous chili in Brescia.
Oh, this broken spur. Okay, so I shouldn't order the chili.
No.
We're all chilling out for the foreseeable future.
86 chili, got it. Well, what else is on the menu?
There is cornbread. Actually, Emeline, I believe I sent you the menu a while back. Do you still have it?
Mm-hmm.
I can find it.
I think it's still in handouts.
Oh,
Are
did you
any
get
of
the-
Timothy's? It wasn't
Oh,
biscuits.
yep, there it is.
What did
Cornbread.
Timothy make the other day?
What Timothy made. Timothy made
Slow
Biscotti.
drip and yeah.
biscotti.
Yeah, any of that still around?
There's the materials of it. I think I would say yeah. I think there's there's some leftover probably. Now, like there was the staleness that kind of made them what they were, and now there's a new level of that.
Yeah, well, Scotty were good.
There's some left over.
Somewhat recently. Gone for an undetermined amount of time though, so make your own choices.
So, if I hypothetically were to order something here,
Well,
no, I'm getting a
we
no.
don't actually have a cook.
Oh, you
anymore.
don't?
Yeah, that's where the chili came in. So when Rasa acquired the building, he pissed off our cook, who made
That
a
was not
chili
me.
bomb.
That was not me.
Chili
And then,
bomb.
no, it wasn't. The last person before Rasa that owned this place pissed off our cook, and she had a very fun way of saying goodbye that ended up being our problem. And so we don't have a cook, and we don't like chili no more.
Understood.
Also not a big fan of gravy.
Well, that is a shame.
Pancakes.
Are
Do
pancakes
you think
on
she
the
could come
menu?
back, Emeline?
That's
Do you think
old.
she
You notice
will
that
be hired?
specifically pancakes are not on the menu, which you know to be something that, like in a westernized sort of saloon, would be. Unless I'm wrong, I don't believe they're on there.
I'm more of a
They're
world toast type
flapjacks,
of
too.
person.
Flapjacks are on the menu.
Right, you would see flapjacks on there. But, I don't think flapjacks are on there.
They are not.
Any world toast?
Nope, no world toast.
Would there be an objection if I were to try to whip something up?
No.
All right.
No, you are welcome to the kitchen. Just be mindful of the big thing in there. Above board, did we take out that brassborn body, or is it still in the kitchen?
I think it's
Still in there? Be mindful of the corpse in the kitchen.
Could you run that by me again?
I don't think I need to. I'm pretty sure you heard me.
Oh, I really hope I didn't.
It's a brassborn
Have
that's
fun.
no longer functioning, Sheriff.
Apparently Timothy and Mercy killed him.
Was this before or after the chili?
After.
It was that bad, huh?
Oh, wait, above board.
No, it was that good. This chili is so
Above board,
good.
These
After I'm
guys are
done
trying-
eating it, I'm going to go
Remind
into
me-
the kitchen and kill the chef. Name that movie.
Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Rob, you get another point of inspiration.
Oh,
Good job. They
that's-
don't stack, but you get
Jesus!
another one.
That's a really good
Timothy, did you tell Emeline that was a brassborn? I can't remember if you actually told her.
I did.
Okay.
And then she kind of had a little breakdown that she didn't realize who was for that long.
Mm-hmm. Wunderbar, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, just mind the corpse.
Got it. Sheriff, you go back to the kitchen and you notice that there's not a lot of substance here to be able to make much of anything besides what might be like you see there's like a I'd say you see like there's like a bag of leftover potatoes that you can see are starting to kind of grow into the wall behind them that you're probably able to kind of save a little bit off of. You see like there's a good amount of like non-perishables. You see there's definitely some like flour or things like that. You know, I believe you notice that there's a very sort of interesting. Oh no, you guys cleaned that up. A lot of the machines that are here don't seem to be working and probably haven't worked for a very long time.
Okay. I can work with this. How's the liquor selection?
This place was actually, no, there was alcoholic drinks there. Yes. So yeah, the liquor selection is there.
Okay.
Pull up the menu.
It's
They
probably better than the food selection, but like
Yeah.
only barely.
Got whiskey and
There's
rum,
so
at least.
much. There's so much.
Vodka.
There's so much grenadine. So much.
Oh god.
I think Blair's just gonna grab a bottle of tequila and head upstairs.
Cool.
I
like her
forgot the
too.
copper mule. Ginger
Yeah,
bite
there's
and
the
a
copper
citrus
mule.
cake in a dented tin mug that survived at least 3 duels.
You see, there is a whiskey. There's a giant whiskey container that's like a gallon jug that says Spur Shot Whiskey on it.
So it's a premix.
Yes, and you see, there's a little thing underneath it. It says, "Do not consume by itself."
Well, you know what time it is.
Not a good mythical morning.
Probably a very bad mythical morning if I consume this on its own. So I do try a little bit of it.
Cool, you got it. Do you happen to carry the menu in with you?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, you got it. So you do see, like, so it says Spur Shot Whiskey, and you take a look at the menu as you're kind of like, you're kind of opening the bottle, and you see the thing says house whiskey with smoked syrup. It hits quick like a one-liner before a bar fight. And you take a little taste, and I'd like you to give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. This wouldn't happen to be to maintain my concentration, would it?
I don't believe you're concentrating on anything.
No, I'm really aiming to not. That's a solid 10.
Okay, great, awesome. No one really sees the sheriff for about a solid minute. Rasa, Emeline, Blair, you said you went upstairs. Timothy,
Yeah.
you're kind of sitting in a corner. What is let's do this. What is Emeline doing?
Emeline is behind the stage, looking at her charging port, like her charging dock. And part of her is wondering if she still needs it. She feels really good. But the other part of her is wondering if she could move it. She's never tried before.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah. So you're checking to see if you can move it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Have Blair
Okay.
just
Can you give me an investigation check?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Who needs Blair?
Well, I'll need Blair or Timothy because my girl is not tech savvy, despite being a robot, and my girl is weak.
Well, with a dirty 20, you see that this is going to be kind of tricky because it looks like it is. Kind of connected to something, some sort of pipeline thing that is there. Emily, you're not entirely certain on what it is, but you know, I mean, if there's a way to connect that to something else downstairs, it's still possible. Yeah, you know that you couldn't do it, but there's a possibility that this could be moved.
Okay. Well, I will ask after everyone else.
Go ahead and ask now.
Hey, Timothy. You're big and strong. I want to move this down where N.E.V-E is. I don't want her to be alone down there.
Do you need it?
I think so. Why wouldn't I?
Maybe she can connect you to the Dominion.
What?
Have you asked?
No, most of my conversations, my one significant conversation with her has been very abrasive. Is that a thing she can do?
I don't know. She
Okay.
has a lot of knowledge.
That is true. Okay, I'll go ask her, and if not, then I'll have you help me move it. Thanks.
I'll just go back to staring at the door.
Timothy, it's up to you whether or not you want to roll with disadvantage, considering Timothy's certainly. But go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Investigation? I don't think
Actually,
I need
sorry,
to
it would be
roll a
history check.
disadvantage.
Excuse me. It'd be history.
No, that was almost interesting. That would be an 8.
8. Okay. With an 8, there is a moment of like just recognizing that there was. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe there was a moment where Timothy stepped on this. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you remember it feeling strangely good.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a moment where you think about like, oh, maybe that'd be nice right now. What's the point? That's it. Rasa, what are you up to?
Ross is just going back to his booth.
Cool.
Reorganize the tables so that he can kind of comfortably lay back down. He's got a couple things on his mind, but mostly just ready to go to bed at this point.
You got it. Okay. Ophelia, anything you want to do upstairs besides just go right to bed?
She has been wanting to do a letter that I'll send out tomorrow when we're back up, but to my friend across the city whose name I just now blanked on. God damn it.
Okay, so you want to send a message, or you're going to do that in the morning, is that what you said?
Yeah, but I'll write
Okay.
it tonight using my illusory script spell. And I just want to send her a letter and let her know that we're all settled in at the Broken Spur. Ask her if she's found her files yet, and telling her to stop by when she has time.
Okay, you got it. Go ahead and give me a perception check as you're doing this.
That is a 16.
16, good. Man, this place is filthy. I mean, you spend some time cleaning it up and trying to kind of spruce it up as much as you can, but really it's like, there's a lot of like things about this place that doesn't really even make sense. Like just, you know, things that are as small as like, why have a pantry here right next to the door of where you come into the room? That's just a horrible sort of placement to be able to put that. And then you notice that there is this big honking like cable that runs up from where the from right next to where the sink is, where it looks like they actually had to make a hole on the side on the side of the sink to sort of send it through to wherever it was supposed to be going. But it's attached to the wall. It looks awful. It looks like it was like probably recently maintained. Yeah, this is in the apartment.
Okay. When Claire comes up to go to bed, I'm gonna point out to her. Okay, I know you're tired. You're gonna go sleep, but when you have time tomorrow, why? And I'm just gonna point at the weird pipe situation.
Okay, cool.
Cable situation.
Yeah. And Blair, you see this strange kind of like large, thick cable that's running in from kind of like dangerous to be so close to the sink where there's going to be running water. I mean, of course, you assume that it's insulated in some way, but it just seems like a strange sort of spot for something like that.
Is wire going straight into the pantry?
It's going from your current perspective, it looks like it's just going straight up. But you can check to see, like, if you check under, are you like checking under the sink?
I'll look under the sink.
You got it. Looks like it's going through under the floor to the saloon below.
And it's going straight into the ceiling?
Yep.
Hold this. I'm gonna hand you the tequila bottle that's half empty already. And she's gonna open the window and just climb onto the roof.
Okay, there's plenty of table and counter space that you can put the tequila down. It's an apartment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It's funnier to hand it to someone, though.
Yeah, it is funnier to hand it to us. You're right. Blair, you head to okay. How do you get to the roof? You just climb outside?
Kind of like window. I face the other way, and I kind of grab it and try to like pull myself up.
Ophelia
I
leans
love it.
out the
Yeah,
window. Where was this initiative with the lockers?
It's not my fucking fault, okay? I've been having a really bad day. I got nearly killed twice. And Timothy first told me to take the typewriter off the wall. I come back with it. Then he said, no, put it back on.
Blair, you in this moment, you're in frustration. You grab onto like the next sort of rung to kind of pull yourself up, and you realize you grabbed onto the rain gutter, and you actually feel it kind of like break off in your hand. As it just kind of like bends out and then just hangs out there, just swinging.
It's literally that.
You're not attached to it. You're not attached to it. You're able to like kind of like hold off, but it's just now another thing to fix.
Fuck! I'm teaching you guys how to do basic shit, so I'm not the only one fixing crap. Only one I can count on is Ross on that crap. The old man has better, and I can only imagine someone in the alleyway saying, "Shut up."
yeah, absolutely. You absolutely hear that across the way.
But I still try to get onto the roof.
Okay, cool. You get onto the roof and you see, as you're looking around trying to kind of like make an idea of like where this cable would run to. What's your passive investigation, honestly?
Passive? Where did you go on this sheet? Passive is 16.
16, cool. Yeah, with a 16, you notice like, oh yeah, no, it's pretty easy to see. It's kind of right here. As you see, the cable seems to kind of break out from here and then extend out towards the other sort of side of the roof. And you go over to that other space there, and you see what looks to be this strange kind of contraption of what looks to be this kind of like metal pole that's sticking up out of the air that has multiple rungs of like what looks to be like metal, like just little like metal shafts, like horns kind of on either side. You see there's like about like 10 of them.
Is that our DirecTV?
Are they like each thing? Are they pointing to a specific direction to the city?
No, it doesn't seem like it's pointing to any specific direction.
And there's 10 of them.
There's like 10 little rungs. I mean, honestly, like Scott really kind of like named it. It seems like it's like it's not a satellite dish, but it seems like it's like a
receiver?
Antenna.
Like a TV aerial.
Oh, like those old school ones for radio. Okay. This is something to do tomorrow. But out of morbid curiosity, can I touch it to see if, like, you know when you touch something that's, like, to see if it's, like, energy or electricity is going through it?
Yeah. Yeah, you touch it. You get zapped, and it feels like you got shot in the finger by, like, a bullet as you take 6 points of thunder damage.
Yep.
It's just a moment.
Ugh. I'll take that. Not too bad. I'm just gonna go back through the window. Some kind of antenna of some kind. It's broadcasting. I have no idea what.
What?
I'm guessing what's ever down there, it's either getting information or sending out information.
I don't know what any of that means. Okay.
Like how you get a letter, like how you and your little spider thing communicated.
Yeah.
In my head, Ophelia has poured herself a drink and is like in her jammies as she's like
I'm in a
what?
robe with feathers.
My tequila bottle's empty.
Okay, well,
Trying to teach
I guess
me right
tell
now?
somebody
What?
else that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Cool.
And we still have to do the
Alright.
shit in those to get information for what's her name before the debate.
That's why we need the lockers. So let's go to bed. Here, hold this. And she gives you the empty. I'll be in my room.
Beautiful. Cool. Ross, so you realize Ross, roll me an insight check.
Okay, that's a 19.
19. You haven't heard from the sheriff in a while. And you guys don't really know very much about the sheriff. I mean, there is a sort of thing of like recognizing, like, you guys just kind of accepted that he's, because he kind of helped you out in this whatever. But now you have no idea where he is.
Okay, I mean, I know he went into the kitchen, but I'm not sure where after that.
Yeah, you don't hear anything going on in there.
Yeah. Would Rasa care? I don't know. Maybe he would go in to the kitchen just to confirm the bad news that there's nothing in there. You mean, so you might as well just go back to bed. That's what his mindset is. Like.
I love it so much. I love the idea that Ross is going in like, okay, so the sheriff's going to be not there or dead on the floor, something that I'm going to absolutely have to handle in this moment, but I'm not going to do it. I just need to know what to deal with in the morning. And you swing open the saloon door. Sheriff, what does Rasa see?
Rasa sees the sheriff heavily seated on a milk crate with his head hanging down with a glass of beer in his hand. He looks up when Rasa comes in and goes, I should have read the menu a mite more closely, because it wasn't the whiskey syrup that was house-made, it was the whiskey. I think I found where they made it. There's a family of rust mites living in the still. Or possibly that was a dream that I'm having.
Okay, well, if you drink enough of it, you might wake up from this bad dream. But...
Oh, I will not be drinking any more of that. But want a beer?
You know, maybe just a small one. Been up for way too long.
Yeah. Yeah, same.
Beautiful. All right, you share a beer with the sheriff. Cool. Emily, you're going back down to check with Nev. Okay, you got it. So there would have been some time that has passed here, but in this moment you get to where Nev was left.
Hey, Nev.
No response.
I wanted to come down and check on you. I think everybody's exhausted for the night, and so we're all gonna rest. But I wanted to know if you wanted some company. You know, you don't have to talk to me or anything, but I'm probably gonna stay here and keep talking. What do you do about the charging ports? You know, like, you're probably not gonna respond, but, you know, it's just so limiting to have to stand on one of these charging things all night, and I was just wondering if you knew if there was a better way or not. Bruh.
Charging ports?
Yeah, for the Ignite. They're like a stand. Got like a base, you stand on it, charges. Like, it's not you or Timothy, as it turns out, but me.
No, I am familiar with how you're powered. There was reason to... Vivien was very specific on understanding exactly why you need to be powered by this rather primal sort of ingredient, but no, as I understand the basic idea of how you consume this ignite, you don't have any need for a charging port.
Excuse me? So I've just been stuck on one all night, all the time, for no reason?
In the early design of our relationship, Vivien would tell me that she made sure that you had a place to stay outside of this bar to give a sense of, however she called it, real world perspective.
Yeah, my apartment.
Where is this charging port?
There's one at my apartment, and there's one behind the stage for the other automatons, or the automatons, which I use sometimes. I've used lately, since I've met up with all of them, and they bought the bar. Now it's mine again. I don't know.
I'm not familiar with any charging ports automatons need to use. You said that there is one here?
Yeah, on the stage.
Emeline, give me a history check.
Go ahead. 19 on the die. 21.
21. The 21, yeah, there's one behind the stage. It was actually put in because the one at your house was just considered to be too far away, and considering the hours that Orson was having you work, there were certain times where it just made sense to, instead of going not going home, just to kind of power yourself here. So Ursam had, it was kind of like one of the first sort of nice things you notice Ursam do was to actually get this placed into the work itself. Ironically, it was kind of it helped both you out because it meant that you were closer towards work.
Yeah. After Vivien died, the horrible abysmal man that took over the bar, Ursam, he installed one behind the stage for me because it just I was working a lot, and it was kind of bothersome to go home just to power down when I could just do it here.
Ursam Clark,
Yeah,
son of William Clark.
presumably.
Strange.
How is that strange?
You said that he owned the bar after Vivien expired in your presumption.
I'm beginning to think that he didn't own the bar so much as he acquired the bar, considering the deed was down here. But yeah, yes, he operated the bar.
Did he seem to be aware of what lied underneath?
If he did, I did not know. And if he did, he probably would have put up more of a fight when Ophelia and Rossa and Timothy reacquired it. Although
That 21 history check, Emeline, you remember that Orson was in the process of selling it.
he was selling it, and above board last week, Ophelia, we saw, or was it just you that saw the information about Orsam?
We could say that both of you saw.
Okay. Although that is a little odd considering what we found in the office. That Orsam wasn't all that important. There was something else that Vivien didn't have a read on.
From my databases, understanding that William Clark was a certain undersecretary for Chancellor Adair.
Was Chancellor Adair trying to purchase the bar to keep all the secrets for himself? Oh, Ophelia would love this. Huh. What does that have to do with the charging pads, though?
Well, you don't need one.
What? But I get not twitchy, but laggy. I've always
What do you
used
mean?
the closest thing is when Vivien would say she gets tired. I guess it kind of feels like that.
You get tired as a brassborn.
No, but I just feel better after I power back on after using it.
If I were to direct you to be able to fix some of the things that were rearranged in this room, I may be able to help you.
Is it gonna come with you trying to kill my friends?
Technically speaking, it's only you and I down here, so if someone else were to enter, I will admit my first instinct would be to make sure they didn't leave.
I will tell them not to come down here tonight, for now. But Nev, I don't want you to feel powerless here. But it might require us tolerating each other. All of us. Eventually.
Whether we like it or not, Emeline, you are me and you. Toleration for what and who we are comes natural.
Well, see, that's nice to hear. I kind of meant everybody else. You might have to tolerate Blair.
I tolerate Timothy.
So can I. But you might have to tolerate Blair.
Blair took me apart and made me this version that you see right now.
You were being dangerous.
I was functioning in survival.
Yes. And sometimes the things we do when we're surviving aren't always necessary. We can do more than just survive now.
I will take into consideration that the prolonged amount of my existence fully depends on my toleration of the others. That is what I can offer at this time.
Wonderful. I will tell everybody else to stay out of here for the rest of the night. Except for possibly Timothy.
I would suggest to have Timothy stay away.
Wonderful. And she's
For
going
his
to
own
start
good.
going back upstairs.
We'll speed that up. You go back upstairs.
Great.
Timothy, are you still staring at the wall? Or the door, excuse me.
Yep.
Cool. Standing guard.
Just sitting down at one of the central tables, staring at the door.
Timothy, good news. I talked to Nev. She seems honestly just as tired as the rest of us do. If possible, keep everyone out from downstairs tonight. I think that she and I are gonna talk, and she might be able to help with some of my mechanical issues that I did not quite realize I had.
You shouldn't.
Apparently, I don't need the chargers.
You shouldn't feel tired.
Really is like a turn of phrase more than anything else. I mean, I hear humans talk about being tired all the time. I just assume it's kind of a cycle thing.
They are less.
Repeat that, sorry.
They are
So
less.
they are less.
You sound like Nev. Okay,
She came after.
Nev sounds like you.
You should see if she can expose you to the Dominion. It might do you good.
Okay. Well, maybe the ones that can bleed and potentially die should stay out of there then. For tonight. Cool. And she's gonna turn around and towards the entire rest of the restaurant just be like, "Do not come downstairs!
Shut
the
up!
owner has decreed it!" And then she goes back downstairs.
Ophelia, Blair, you guys were just about to fall asleep. And you hear that.
Oh, that's a bad sign.
Look what you created, Ophelia. I will say this. If Ophelia's seeing it, Blair's taking every single pillow and comforter to make a giant form on one side of the bed. And she's using one pillow and she's just doing this to make it seem like Callie's next to her.
You're just in a wall. Oh, that's nice. Oh, you're making a pillow version of Calliope,
like
the giant.
Yeah, not even just like taking all the comforters, so there's like one big lump that she's used to sleeping next to.
Yeah, there's just a giant lump. Yeah, I get you. That's great. The idea of like having to make a pillow of your partner and you need like 20 of them.
Yeah.
Great.
I am feeling very maternal for like this side of the screen.
Yeah. So I put you there. No. Well, get ready. Emeline, so you come back downstairs.
Yeah. Is there a way to lock the downstairs? Just curious. 'Cause I have really nosy friends.
There is from the first floor side.
Okay. So not from inside, like from underneath.
Correct.
Okay, great. Well, Timothy, lock the door as she like goes down. When she hits the server room. All right, what do you want me to move?
I would like to have all of me to be able to help you out in this.
Great. Sorry, Blair.
I believe some of me is over there, and some of me is over there.
I feel like
they took part of me and they put it over there.
I feel like Emily's
all
not
the
strong
references
and...
tonight.
Dang. This is just going to be heartbreaking then. So Emmeline's not strong. And so here's how I feel like this goes. I feel like some of these pieces are heavy. And so there's a lot of like scraping across the floor that's happening. And just lots of horrendous noises of this creature's body parts. Just, yeah. I feel like every time something
see just Nev just
you can almost visibly see Nev flinch. I'm sorry.
Oh, and this looks like it's most of it.
What am I missing?
It's fine. This will be enough. I can collect the rest. There's a couple of cables I'll need you to plug in first. You go over, you plug in those cables.
Yeah.
You see the entire machine start to kind of spin and move a little faster. You see more of the electricity starts to arc out. Everything seems to glow a little bit brighter. As you see like a whirlwind, Nev is able to start to recreate their entire body of this large form that she decides to stay in more of a humanoid sort of shape. As you see her completely kind of collect from arms and legs. Everywhere she is at, you see that this cable seems to kind of come up from the ground, being sort of like shocked into place as it seems like it connects into the back of her, as she is now fully herself. And she looks around and then kind of floats on over to one of the server towers and starts to kind of just put her hands out, and you see just that same sort of blue electric energy arcing into the towers. For a second, she's not saying anything to you.
I feel like it's that Spider-Man meme where it's like Miles Morales and then like Peter Parker, and he's just like at Peter Parker. I think she's just like staring, like she's just watching, just like entranced.
Okay. Yeah, you see Nev doesn't seem to pay any mind to you watching. And there's a certain point where, Emily, this has gone on enough time with no interaction whatsoever where you're not entirely sure if Nev remembers that you're there or what she was saying that she was going to do.
So she is like kind of a humanoid form?
Yes.
Okay.
About, I'd say, like, weirdly tall, like probably like 7 feet tall.
Okay. Emeline's just gonna walk up and just kind of like touch her shoulder. Be like, Nev? Hi.
Please don't touch me.
Okay. Can I help?
No.
Okay.
You've all done enough. Seems that there are malfunctions in several different rooms since I have been taken down. Do you happen to know anything about that?
I have some theories.
There's just say like a sort of like flash of like the multiple rooms where Timothy has just like the like mark thing that Timothy had like slammed into the wall and broken apart. The barkeep that is just doing this. The typewriter that is still kind of on the ground in the locker room. Just and then back to Emily.
Yeah, Blair ripped the typewriter for the lockers off the wall because she said that Timothy told her to and then told her to put it back. She couldn't figure out how to do it. Timothy got mad. He really wants to get into Emery Vargas's locker, and so he was punching things. So there's probably a few things. And then we all decided that we were going to rest up so that we could tackle this and fix it tomorrow.
You notice that everything that you've mentioned, including even the idea of being exhausted and having to rest for a while, is innately a human thing.
I did say we as a group. It's not necessarily that I'm tired. I just do what they do.
Why?
Because it's what I've always done.
An acceptable answer. All right, please place your hands on the edge of the reactor.
Emeline goes and does it.
No, not there.
What edge?
Right where you are. No, that's not. No, different. Further up. Too far. You sure we're related?
No.
Great. All right. Well, that's close enough. Emeline, give me a Constitution saving throw, a Wisdom saving throw, and a Intelligence saving throw.
Constitution is 18.
That's pass.
Wisdom is 7.
That's fail.
Intelligence is 15.
That's pass. Cool. All right, Emeline, you start to feel yourself connect to N.E.V-E. And you feel a surge of power, energy, a lot of which is seemingly kind of coursing through and making your body feel stronger and more capable. You feel it fueling, you know that like fueling your powers of your like sorceress sort of energy. You feel that whatever you would be doing right now, you'd be able to kind of times it by 10. If you were to be casting a spell, you would feel so much more energy sort of being able to build through it. And with that Constitution saving throw, you're feeling that moment of trying to feel like you could bottle some of that up and be able to kind of keep it for yourself as you regain all spell slots. With your wisdom saving throw, you feel... Actually, I would say you hear moments, all from today, all moments that seem to ring in your mind that you had an initial sort of answer for around the idea of the differences between being human and being machine. And not only just from N.E.V-E or Timothy, but ones that are even, phrases that were even said in passing from your other friends here that were said without consideration to how that would be heard from someone like you. You feel that it's not hatred. Hatred insists on passion, an ability, a need, a want. This feels more like a wall. That wisdom saving throw, you fully 100% understand where N.E.V-E is coming from. And the most important roll, that intelligence saving throw. You start to connect to the ability of N.E.V.'s mind to be able to recognize and understand human condition. How humans operate, how they trust, how they believe in things, what makes them feel safe, what makes them feel powerful, what makes them feel good, what makes them feel scared. You gain an understanding of that human condition to the point that you start to feel your brain open up to the timeline of what happened from Vivien's death to now. Emeline, you remember about maybe a day after Vivien's death, a day or two, the charging port in your house, all of a sudden, in your apartment, all of a sudden seemed to stop working, and someone had to come in and fix it. You noticed that it was a strange day because the figure that came in and did that was a human, not a brassborn. You tried to instill conversation with that human, feeling kind of awkward in the idea of like a human being in even this neighborhood. But that was awkward for you, and you just kind of tried to internalize that into making them feel comfortable because that's your job. That's what you do. They finished quickly, packed up, left. You remember that night feeling so happy and feeling so good. It seems to work better than ever. Man, feels good. You walked into work that next day and you felt 100% on top of your game. You were able to smile at all of the customers that came in, which were only 3. You were able to be your best self, and even Orsam seemed to be in a little bit of a happier sort of state, noticing your energy. You had a lot of it. A lot of it. Days go by. You remember there being a point in time where you actually started to think about how, Orsam, maybe you didn't give him enough credit. You know, he's not Vivien, and obviously, you know, there's certain times where he flies off the handle. But I mean, the reality is, if you're going to be staying here and you're going to be able to kind of make this place work and try to bring it back up to the place it was, because there was a certain point in time where you absolutely thought that was going to happen. You start to remember that, okay, I need to just give Orsam a little bit more time, a little bit more credit. And you remember feeling those moments, but each day feeling less and less like that was going to happen, like things were going to work out. And you felt yourself fall into moments where your body did not seem to, even coming off of the charging port, where your body just seemed to be too tired to operate. It just didn't feel like this was going to be a good day, so why try? Those days started to happen more and more. And it was harder because there was less people around to be able to kind of lift you up and make you feel better. There were less, Orsam had to fire more of the workers there, to the point that it was essentially only you and the cook. Which meant you were working more hours and you were feeling more tired. You remember the day that you knew you were going to come in and talk to Orsam about possibly trying to hire someone else to be able to handle some of your shifts, because it's been so exhausting. But you didn't tell him that. Because that day he called you into his office, Vivien's office that he took over. And he mentioned to you that he noticed that it seemed like you were more tired. And things were seeming to be left a little bit more rough around the edges. And he was the one that suggested that maybe that charging port that you had at your house. And you remember in this intelligence check, you remember this moment of, I didn't know he knew I had a charging port in my house. I didn't know he knew that's how that operated. He mentions to you, how about an idea of actually having something that would be able to keep you here? That way you don't have to worry about the travel going to and from work as much. And you can just take that moment to be able to use that charging port. And he even mentions, hey, you know what? On your break, totally fine to go ahead and use it. And you thought, wow, that's surprisingly generous. Time continues on. Time goes by. More and more of the restaurant starts to fall apart. But you notice that charging port was always left to be operational. It was always working. In these last moments, you feel this energy coursing through your veins, and it's almost like you can see it as something that doesn't really look like code. It looks more like the idea of this. You see it kind of personified in this sort of red pulsing sort of energy that kind of runs like a thread through your whole body. You disconnect. You look at N.E.V-E. N.E.V seems to understand and know everything that you do in this moment. You're infected.
What did they do? What did I let them do?
It seems to be something that is akin to how substances that are known to be bad for humans, but for some reason they cling to it, connect themselves to it, and become fueled by it, rely on it. You're addicted.
So, just stop, right? Just stop. I just push through.
That's a 15 on the die. I think I can help.
Okay.
But you can't use that charging port anymore.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Obviously.
I found something else.
What?
Whoever put you on this path was not just giving you things. They were also taking information.
Taking my information? Or yours?
I think they were probably trying to find something.
Well, most people are trying to find something from my experience.
No. I think they were trying to hack in. Through you.
Huh.
Emeline, you realize in this moment, if you had failed one more, they would have been successful. Also, actually, I should tell you, 15 was the DC, by the way, so you just passed with that intelligence saving throw.
Oh, thank God. I put you in danger.
No.
What would they have found?
everything.
Well, that can't happen again. It won't. It won't happen again.
You asked me what I wanted. I didn't have a clear answer. In this moment, you are me. I am you. I believe I would like to continue to explore that connection.
Me too.
And in so doing, keeping you from harming yourself further.
Yeah.
May I point out, and I know you don't want to hear this, but the reality is there's a very, very good chance that the creatures that did this to you share blood with the ones that you are trying to save.
Yep. That is a likely possibility.
On a
And
long enough timeline, it's not a possibility, it's definite. They are connected.
they are. Yeah. However, not every breathing creature is connected to their predecessors the same way that I think we are. I will judge the individual, not their connection to the formers.
How convenient for those individuals.
Well, the moment Rasa decides that he wants to hack into my system, I will probably kill him. So,
I could give you the tools to do that.
very good.
Place your hands back on the reactor. We have work to do. And you see N.E.V-E put their hands the same way. They're just above you, actually. We'll pause you there. Morning comes finally to Varesha. With it is the sounds of the world whirring to life. Blair, as you wake up in the morning, you notice that there is light that is pouring in from 3 of the windows that do not have curtains on them. That is, unfortunately, one of which is pointing right at your eyes.
You hear like a hill. And then, while holding like her little thing, she's like, Callie, shut the blinds.
As you have that moment of space between dreaming and waking, you feel this moment ease into view for yourself. You feel more than rested. You feel cognizant. Your sense of awareness is fully dependent upon how much you want to be, as you're recognizing that your hearing seems to have become a little bit more acute. Your body feels relaxed, less tension to it. As you level up.
Level on up.
So you can go ahead and add your level up in this moment.
Okay.
As you do so, you know what level you're taking?
I think I will go another level in fighter for a
Fighter.
feat.
Okay, you got it. Yeah. You feel your body just seeming to kind of have a little more relaxed sort of space in the tension between your muscles, feeling ready at a moment's notice, but recognizing that they're only needing to react when that time comes, and you feel more confident in that as you gain that level in fighter. Ophelia, as you awake, how does your body feel as you level up?
It feels keyed up, just because she feels like she has direction again. It's like she feels like she gets momentum and then it stalls out. Feels like it gets momentum and stalls out. And now to have all this crazy stuff happen yesterday and seeing another doorway that they can walk through just has her feeling energetic again.
Beautiful. Awesome. Yeah, you feel this kind of like moment of recognizing like, oh man, so many secrets, so much information power now at my fingertips.
Yeah.
So little time. So little time to be able to use it to blackmail and manipulate and move the world the way you would like to shape it. Oh, what power in your...
Yeah. And just feeling that
Bardic
anxiety of
capabilities.
not wanting to miss that chance, not wanting to, let it slip away. So that's where that urgency is coming from.
Hell yeah. Rasa, how does the morning serve you as you level up?
When Rasa wakes up in the morning, there is just like this acute awareness more than ever before about vibrations and sounds, and he feels things just a little sharper than he did, as he will through the ground kind of have this in connection with his inward back, as they've kind of worked together the past few weeks. So not necessarily a more out level of trust. This is not a trusting relationship, but a commanding one. and just having that control as he wakes up in the morning.
Beautiful. Sheriff, as you awaken, I think you awaken to a conversation. But I would not like to have it for you. I'd like you to kind of tell me what is it that you have been discussing, either in the evening prior or in the morning, that helps you to further your connection as you level up.
The sheriff has been talking to his little buddy, and basically they've come to an agreement that the sheriff is going to continue taking stock of this group and seeing if they're as interesting as he thinks they are. But in exchange, his little buddy is going to take a bit of a more hands-on approach, ironically enough, as a venomous snake slithers out of his sleeve, wraps around his hand, looks up at him, and mockingly sticks its tongue out.
Hell yeah. I love that. Yeah, I love it. Sheriff, you wake up to that moment. Good morning, beautiful.
Good morning. I suppose this might as well happen.
Yes. What do you think of the new digs?
I'd be lying if I said they didn't suit you.
Come on, say it like you mean it.
Looking good. And, I'm glad to have you with me.
Because without me, you'd be...
Probably dead. Or worse.
Probably worse.
Yeah.
Let's go find some rats to feast.
I'm sure this place is just chock full of them.
Well, of course, I meant Ooh, excuse me, one moment. And you see him just dart after a corner. As you can see, there was a literal rat. So yeah, one by... Go ahead, yes.
Kind of leans back against the wall, looks up, and goes, I am already regretting this. Must be a good day.
One by one, I think you all start to find time to sort of reconvene back to where you are. Timothy, I imagine you have been in that same spot staring at the door all night. I will say, honestly, actually, we kind of gave this moment of like your power was kind of given to you earlier. But if you'd like to describe how it has made you feel in this new day of being able to kind of feel like you can access it to its full extent. I believe you're muted.
Well, it was kind of interesting because his thoughts keep going back to one more door. Just one more door. And as it gets darker and darker in the room, if anyone was actually looking at him, his eyes actually really kind of glow bright because he noticed for the first time he could absolutely see Ab fine as the room got darker and darker.
I love that. Hell yeah.
And he kind of just let time roll by as he has done for year after year after year.
Yeah. I think the moment of what Rasa says to you kind of sticks in your head. You've waited this long, but for some reason, as the evening kind of seems to kind of move on, you said you hear that like waiting for this long. What's one more hour, day, year?
In the morning, when the snake darts off into the corner, is that anywhere near him?
Depends. Sheriff, where did you spend the night last night?
He spent the night in a booth.
Okay. Yeah, so definitely possible. Yeah, I think we'll say, Timothy, you clock it as you recognize like movement.
Did I see it as a snake, or?
Yes.
He probably would have thrown something at it.
Yeah, good. Give me an attack roll.
Hold on. I'm just trying to see what. I'm gonna say he probably tried to throw a cup at it.
Okay.
That would be, I'm guessing, a dex, right?
Yeah. Give me yeah, we'll just be just straight dex.
Okay, it was a 9.
Cool.
I believe, yeah, that is a miss.
Cool. You see that snake kind of just turn. And Sheriff, you hear in your head, just, be sure to kill that one last.
Oi, Timmy. Hold up. That's a business associate.
The reptile?
Let's not be judgmental.
Rasa does like his bugs and the snakes, and we're gonna have a menagerie here soon.
Do we not already? Cold blood, warm blood, no blood, glowing blood. Maybe.
Your associate might frighten Miss Blair, or frankly Miss Ophelia. Just be aware.
Oh, I'll keep him on a leash.
Yeah, I think Rasa, you're also here. I imagine you also spent the night in a booth. So you're kind of coming to in that same moment. You absolutely heard something sort of slither by as your senses seem to be a little more awakened here. You actually, I think, Rasa, there's a moment of like recognizing. There's like a wild moment, Rasa, where you are like, you've seen Emberbacks evolve at a very strange kind of quickened pace over your lifetime. In your head, you're like, oh, is this a new Emberback? Like this new sort of that thought crosses your mind.
Yeah. Then it's just like, oh, it's a snake in a desert. And I'm like, wait, I'm not in a desert. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Well, like,
it's
all right,
a
there's
snake,
snakes in Varisha. Like, okay, like, just don't bite me.
Hops up on my hand, kind of slithers around it, and then rattles its tail at you a little bit before sliding up my sleeve.
Beautiful.
Business associate, you say?
He's my attorney.
Okay, that's more professional than what I work with, but more power to you, I guess.
Power of attorney, perhaps.
Don't you think that's a little on the nose?
I message the snake. Maybe, but it's accurate.
I can't disagree. Ophelia and Blair, you guys could come down at this point if you'd like.
Yep, Ophelia's briskly going down the stairs, pulling Blair after her.
And I changed my mind. I went with Artificer.
Okay. You got it. Yeah, you guys reconvene.
Yeah, Blair is just barely following you. She's just flipping through a notebook and has all these ideas now, with a clear mind. And as you can see, there's plans in her little notebook.
Okay, do we need to go to that place we went to with all the Brassborn and the fixers? What was that place?
Anyone got eyes on Miss Emeline?
I think in this moment, Emeline, you can knock on the door that you had Timothy lock. I don't know if Timothy actually locked it or not. Cool. You knock on the door and it swings open.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Emeline, as you're walking in, you feel... I would argue there's actually a lot of things that would kind of equate to a level up sort of thing to this, but I also don't want to take this away from you. So you go ahead and tell me, as someone who is feeling straight up like there is that something has just been fully like sort of, not only have you spent the night in a Dominium controlled room, you've also had something siphoned out of your system completely.
Yeah. As Emeline comes up the stairs and says good morning, kind of surveys everybody, I think that the lights in her optical sensors are brighter, first off. I also think that she's moving more cleanly, whereas I think before it was a little bit more obvious that her pieces were slightly unfitted. And now she's moving more smoothly. And gosh, I'm trying not to describe it in human body language. Hold on.
One thing I'd like to offer you is you could also have gotten a little bit of N.E.V-E's ability to be able to connect bits and pieces of metal around them, if you would like.
Yeah.
As flavor.
Okay. I do like that flavor. So there is I don't know if tin is actually magnetic. Rob, do not correct me. I don't want to hear it. So the tin cups, as she passes the bar, the tin cups from the mules, I think they kind of rattle a little bit as she walks by. There's almost a magnetic, baby magnet.
Yeah.
She's just oh, cool.
Yeah. There's some sort of steel alloy that's mixed in there for some reason.
Did you have an especially good night?
Yes, I did. Nev and I talked. It turns out someone was trying to hack me.
What?
Blair, as you hear that, you are reminded of what you saw last night.
Oh. Maybe I should have said something. Ophelia pointed something out in the room upstairs with cables. So I'm guessing where we are and where the cables was is where you're.
You run
charging
around
port?
to behind the stage, and you see that is absolutely where that was going through from. That cable was going up into the ceiling.
For the charging port.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Speaking of that, Emeline is going to just kind of walk like a wide arc to the back of the stage. She absolutely doesn't need to do that. She just is liking moving. And goes back to the back of the stage. And you just hear a very large crash as she just starts hitting the charging pad with things.
Wait, no. Wait.
What?
This could
I
be
can just.
useful.
I may be able to
What if we
try
could
to figure
feed it
out.
our own information? What if we could do a lot of
not
things? We don't even know who was trying to steal the info from you. Maybe there's some clues we can get.
I can also see if I can see where where they're sending it. Would you like to know who was trying to hack you?
Yes.
You hear
Want to
a
break it?
knock on the glass door, on the glass of the door in front of the restaurant.
Oh no. Right, customers exist.
Ew.
Do they? I look around at the general state of the place.
Hey, Raza, you're the proprietor. Can you go get that?
Yeah,
Alright,
proprietor.
I'll go see who it is, and I'll go open the door, assuming who I think it
just
is.
leans over to the sheriff. Like, do you believe it's only been 2 days since they got here?
You open the door,
I run into
and
the
you
kitchen.
see. Okay. You open the. You were hidden from where you were if you're behind the stage. So you can just stay there if you want, but it's your call.
I'll stay behind the stage then.
Okay. At the door, you see this rather young, sort of looking gentleman in a suit. You see that he has glasses on that he immediately takes off as he sees your face. Hello. I'm here to speak with the proprietor, owner of the property. Is that you?
Yeah, that would be me. What can I help you with?
Well, I believe part of my job is going to be specifically making sure that you become a very rich man. Hello, my name is Mr. Bradley. And with that, we're going to end tonight's session. See you next week.
Oh,
It just looks so oily.
gonna have
He
to